Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the last, if not just for a while, of these videos, where we're actually exercising our butt off. I just did it, and this intro is supposed to be like, fucking let's do this. But not exactly feeling it, because today what we did is usually for like the last 3 or so years, however long I've been doing this, it's always been what you guys have seen. Basically strength training with a little, well no, it's quite a bit of cardio with boxing. Boxing is, again, very, very cardio heavy, and you feel exhausted after you do it, or at least I do. Anyways, but recently, just to change things up, just to throw a wrench in my perfect, or okay, gear works, let's do something insane, and actually do basically a cardio heavy workout. Now, I don't have any plan for this. I just, like, as you guys are about to see in the video, I'm just kind of making things up as I go along, like things I've seen, I'm trying to remember and be like, okay, but at a base level, I usually default to the punching, specifically, well, actually, I go back and forth evenly to the reflex bag and the punching bag and the rower. Those are the three things I interchange, and I do that for about 3 hours, or at least that's what it was, around 3 hours today. And then later in the workout, I start doing things like, okay, well, I heard somewhere, I don't know if it's actual 100%, but I heard that you recover faster from, what do you call it, from lifting your own body weight. So like chin-ups, push-ups, your body recovers naturally really quickly because it's your own body weight. But if you start lifting it above that, that's when you start dipping into like super fatigue, like breaking muscles and repairing them back together kind of thing. At least, that's what I heard. We'll find out tomorrow, because this is going on the whole week. What you guys see here, well, that's also the thing. So in this video, there's not so much, I don't show you guys everything, and I kind of regret that, but at the same time, the problem that I had where I was like, I kept getting taken out of it when I had to set up the camera and all these things. It super took me out of it, and that has gotten worsened when I am this exhausted. So also, what you guys are about to see is me just totally dead, real quick, like from the get-go. And I think that's because I'm actually sick. It was like lingering last week, and now it's kind of, I think, happening. But we'll find out if I have made it worse by exercising or have boosted my immune system and fought it off, whatever it is. Anyways, but yes, that's what we're going to be doing in this video. We're just going to be doing cardio heavy stuff, so just a plethora of things. I don't know if I'm doing it incorrectly, and I'm just trying to do my best. So just keep that in mind. Also, lost my train of thought, but then I just got it. Anyways, so yes, I was super exhausted when going into the exercise, but then around the midpoint, I started feeling good. I don't think I was showing it, but I started feeling that like warm feeling, that like tingly feeling where you're like, go, 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 go. What do you call it? It was great. But then, I think I got to the point when I like depleted calories, because I'll show you guys my watch in a minute, but I was going, and as soon as I got to the very end, my stomach stuff, so like doing our stomach lifts and crunches and all these things in our back, right around when I got there is when my body felt different. So like, you know that heat that's like, go, 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 yes, 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 kind of thing? Well, it changed to like, zoom, and I was like, okay, what's going on? Like, my brain was like devouring and devouring, and then it just stopped and was like, what's happening? It just went real slow and numb, and I was like, oh no, what's happening? Did I reach that point? Also, I'm very pale, because there's no blood left in the body beside, or for my face. But yeah, I don't know, what was I trying to say? It's also incredibly hard for me to think. I don't want this video to be too long, because yeah, I just looked at Mondays. I can't believe we almost went to an hour. I mean, it makes sense. We could work out for like 3 or so hours. I don't know, 2 hours that day, because we went quick. Anyways, still, I don't know. Point being, we just re-wrecked ourselves. Okay, regardless, here's the rest of the video. I'm gonna regret not remembering what I was gonna say. But, ladies and gentlemen, here's our, for this whole week, we're just gonna be doing this cardio stuff. Except I'm not gonna film all of it. I'm just filming the first day. And I don't know, yeah, I'll just film the first day. I don't want to have to film it all again. Okay, please. Anyways, boom, boom. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the whole workout thing. I am your host, me in editing, whatever. Anyways, I remember what I was about to say, which I forgot in the video clip you just seen. But essentially, you know how on the previous Monday, I told you guys I alternate between more strength training and cardio. So I thought instead of me showing you guys a whole nother Monday workout, I would just show you what I do in place of that cardio that I showed you guys on Monday. But it's basically 3 sets of 13 chin-ups, and then with the band, we do 3 sets of 16. And then the next Monday, we do 4 sets of 30 minutes on punching either bag, usually 2 per bag. Does that make sense? But also, I go to 8, and then my hands start to give out a little bit, which also I appreciate everyone who's been suggesting me things like wraps. I am aware of them. I just feel a bit weird about them, I guess, because I kind of want my hands to gain strength too, you know what I mean? Like, I know that I could kind of just get around it by using certain straps and whatnot to make it so that my weight is on my wrists rather than on my hands. But at the same time, I kind of want to make sure my hand grows with me, even if it may be hanging behind a little bit. I don't want to leave them behind, so to speak. But yes, so I go all the way to 8, and then I go to 10. No, I go 8 to 10 to 13. Also, I'm showing you guys the first and then the third set. So this one, you guys can tell my hands are a little bit more spent because yes, they give out a little quick. But anyways, what do you call it? Now we do it with a purple band. So by the way, if anyone's wanting to do chin-ups, and you're just innately terrible at them like I was, just depend on a band. Because half of what a chin-up is realizing that it's all about activating muscle in a very quick fashion, like boom, 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 boom. And with a band, that massively helps. So it's like I don't even think it's like $10 for a band, probably not even that. And yeah, you can start off with the green band, which is super resistant. Well, I guess it all depends on the density and the strength of the band, but eventually it'll work down to a smaller band and a smaller band and a smaller band. And yeah, but yes, it's like the guide for people who want to do chin-ups. I would highly suggest it. Yes, and this one I only showed you guys the first set because I was actually kind of frustrated with myself. I did do all 3 sets, but again, I was hating the fact that I was not focusing on cardio, and I was spending time filming it, which was taking more time away from, because you guys gotta know I'm a bit weird in my head. So my initial wanting to do this was wanting to see how much cardio I could do, because a lot of people say that if you do strength training and then you go to cardio, it's a bad time. Like you're gonna just break immediately. Like they're 2 different muscles. But with that being said, I've always done the boxing, so I really wanted to see what would happen if I just went hard in terms of like cardio for those 2-3 hours that I work out, like non-stop. And that was the big thing with me. I didn't want to ever stop. I wanted to be doing something, even if it's very, very light rowing or reflex bag, light punches, and just trying to, keep moving. But that was my goal. So that was why it was frustrating me, and that's why I didn't show you guys the final set of this, is because I was kind of just like, let's get to it. Let's get to the cardio, not the strength training, because I'm kind of burning up my muscles right now. Because chin-ups kill you. But with that being said, another thing. With chin-ups, that was totally the case. With the whole, well, I think I misunderstood it as well. Okay, so you know how I said in the beginning, I heard somewhere that a person said that when you recover very fast from lifting your own body weight, I don't think that person meant that you don't get sore, but rather that you can recover and do, like, say if you do 5 chin-ups, and that's not your max, maybe your max is 10. So if you do 6 chin-ups, you give yourself a minute, you can do another 6. You give yourself a couple minutes to repair, you can do another 6. I think that's what they were meaning, is that your body, since it's only lifting what it naturally is always holding, it recovers faster in the moment, but that doesn't necessarily mean you don't get less hurt. And well, the whole part about fatigue and soreness comes from you not consistently using that muscle. So if you consistently use that muscle, it won't even get sore. Hence why leg day is actually not that bad for a lot of ladies, because a lot of women tend to work out their lower body consistently. Anyways, moving on. Also, these are my wraps. I used to use these quite a little bit, but recently, the last 3 weeks, I've taken them off because I don't want to lose. I felt like I was losing strength and the feeling. Like when I punched with my raw hand after wearing them for a while, it started, like I wasn't able to hold a strong hand anymore. Basically, what wraps do is they stop your hand from bending, so that your wrist doesn't like fold and break. Basically, when you go to punch. So it keeps your wrist straight, which is nice, but it's also not nice. I don't want to get in the habit of that. I don't want to need that. I want to make sure my wrist can hold a punch, basically, if that makes any sense. But yeah, that's why I take them off every now and again. But when I'm doing high cardio consistently, I thought I'd throw them on just so I don't break my goddamn hands. Also, they do protect your hands a little bit as well. But yes. Also, this is where you guys will see me, like, a few times I have to stop, and I'm just frustrated with myself, because every now and again, you'll get a workout where, or at least this, where like you can kind of get bench press and all these weird things. This doesn't exactly happen, at least I haven't had it happen, but when it comes to like physical, I don't know what to call it, training things, like punching, like boxing, like kicking, like anything like that, you can feel it when you're fucking up. Like you can, and you're like, what's happening? Like this isn't, we're usually pretty accurate with this. We're usually, we can feel the power there and all these things. And sometimes you just feel like the combo and the rhythm's not there. And oh by golly, was that one of these days. That's why you guys see me looking real frustrated. But also, I'm getting burnt out way more than I should. Which is also frustrating. But again, like I said, I think it's because I was sick. I got sick last week, and then I filmed all the videos for you guys, which I was going quicker than I should have. And this is me showing you guys that my glove is basically shredded because I've been using it for like a year straight and just not. And it's also it's a little baby glove, anyways. Moving on. But yeah, basically this workout just doesn't feel good. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where I'm punching, I'm like, I'm not like there. You know what I mean? And this was only worsened when I went to the reflex bag. And yeah, it just felt less good. You know, sometimes you're hitting it and you can feel it coming and it's going to connect because it's coming right around and you time that perfectly. It's not even about timing. It's about like this weird sense of like, there. It's not even feeling. It's like weird. If you've ever boxed or anything like that, or even if you just used reflex bag, I've never really actually boxed another person because I just don't, that's not what I want from this. You know, I don't want to box because I want to hurt someone or anything like that. Or get hurt, you know. I do it because it's just fun, rhythmic workout stuff, you know. But yeah, when you're missing with this one, it feels bad. It feels extra bad. Yeah, like my glove. I'm not sure if you guys can see it through the video, but my glove is like maybe an inch off, which it means it's like my hand's a little bit lower, so it will not come back quite as clean. So that the kind of, you'll see that there's more wiggle and rock in some in the bag at times. Which is frustrating because that means I didn't hit it dead center, which is annoying. But you know, is what it is. Oh, also, I forgot. I forgot. No, that was, yes, I was sick. That was one of the reasons. But one of the main reasons why this was just hell for me. And I'm cutting out me basically pacing and being like, what the fuck's going on? I'm such an idiot. And the reason why I was saying I was such an idiot is because that day I had Wendy's. And not a good look. Most definitely not a good look, because I also got a Slurpee thing that was like just pure sugar, and I haven't had like a lot of sugar in a long time. The only sugar I used to have was when I had Red Bulls, but then I cut out Red Bulls and I didn't really have any source of sugar anymore. So when I had all that sugar at once, it made me want to sleep. Hence why I'm just like bleh. Yeah, and that's just me trying to explain to you guys that I'm just not there. I'm just not feeling it, and it feels bad. It feels real bad. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is what you signed up for. And again, this is why I'm going to cut out a lot of the things that you guys have seen, but know that this is basically what I'm pivoting between, is the punching and the roller. So those are like the base, just stamina depleting things that I have, and that I think just deplete you the most. The rolling being the deceitful one there. The rolling, it doesn't feel taxing, but you're just gonna be like done. You know what I mean? It's weird. And that's, I feel the same way about the reflex bag. The punching bag itself, you know, that one you'll feel taxed because you physically are pushing the thing back when you punch, rather than the reflex bag just basically being dead air in the air. So you're not having to actually push off of it, you know? Anyways. Also, I took off my gloves because basically since I started wearing my watch, and I was specifically wanting to wear it on Monday, because again, the whole goal behind this specific thing that we're doing is trying to deplete myself, but also go the distance that I normally go to. So what I'm talking about is we usually work out for like 3 hours. I wanted to do it for that amount of time, non-stop cardio. So we're not trying to like weaken our muscles, but we're trying to kill our energy, if that makes any sense. So I thought I would keep on my Apple Watch to kind of monitor that kind of stuff. But also we're just, I wanted to get back into I like using my bare hands. Also, this was some shit. This is why I wanted to keep this clip in here. So the reason why I'm like getting close to my eyes is because something was seriously wrong. Like my body was not processing that sugar I was telling you about how I had that giant drink that was basically just a bunch of sugar. Not only did I get like incredibly tired after I drank it, but as I'm boxing or doing the reflex bag, I don't know if it's because this thing is moving so fast and my eyes aren't able to focus on it, which usually they are. But you guys see right now that I'm basically driving blind. Like my vision is completely, well, not completely, but very, very blurry and very weird. But even I still push through it because it's not that bad. I can actually make my eyes blurry just by focusing like a little bit. Like a second I can make my eyes blurry. But yeah, this one, it was weird, like, because I wasn't controlling it. It was just kind of happening, and I was like, uh-oh. And that's why I keep looking at my hands, is because I'm kind of like, I can't fucking see my hands are blurry right now. Which isn't, I mean, it all worked out. I didn't pass out. It wasn't anything dangerous. In hindsight, I probably should have reacted a little bit more, but even still. Anyway, this, ladies and gentlemen, is working on balance. So basically, you put your feet very, very close together. I think I'm actually supposed to be, my feet are supposed to be like touching together, and then you bend down to a squat, and then pull yourself right back up, which you think is pretty simple, but it's actually quite difficult. Or maybe I just have inherently terrible balance in general. But anyways, that's what we're doing right now. We're trying to do that. Also, it's a good leg workout. Again, it's not taxing because we're not lifting an excess amount of weight. We're lifting what we already lift, which is our natural body weight. So we're able to recover quite quickly and do it more. But yes, all that, good. And yes, back to the rower, as well as you guys can see my little toe shoe feet things. I like them a lot, and again, they're a very good benchmark for kicking and whatnot, because it gives you like a very, very thin layer of cloth, so when you're kicking, you're still getting that impact and that slap, but not quite as visceral, and it's not going to split your foot open. Anyways, I don't mean to be gross, but yes, rowing. We are on a little bit of resistance right now. We're not at the max point yet, because again, I don't want to burn out my muscle, I want to burn out my energy. But yes, classic rowing, you extend your legs first, and then you follow your arms, and then your back, or your hip, or whatever it is. I looked up a thing on how to use it properly, and everyone was surprised at the way you're supposed to properly do it, which is to fully extend your leg, and then your arms follow. Maybe the person was lying to me, but it was on like some sort of 80s disc, so I feel like it was okay. Anyways, it wasn't, it kind of had that vibe anyways. Oh, thank God, something pseudo different and new. Push-ups. Yeah, so we're starting off with just basic push-ups, and then we're going to, of course, work our way to our waist. Because again, those are the push-ups that one day, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that I can attain. Which is the freak strength push-ups, which is basically where you lift yourself with just your hands. Not like a handstand, like full-on T-axis, straight up. You have to have a really strong core and, of course, really strong arms and a back, because you need basically have everything needs to be so tight, and you need to have your arms to pick up enough. Also, you need to be light enough to where it's not just a problem, you know. So you need to have enough muscle to where you can hold your core strong, but not so much that you're weighing so much that you're just basically screwed, and you need to have like fucking gargantuan arms. Anyway, yeah. Also, side thing, I've only really ever saw those push-ups done with short people, so maybe I'm chasing a failed dream because of how long my body is, and my arms don't have enough like reach. I don't know, maybe. If that's the case, I just need to counteract it with I need to get my chest really heavy to counteract that. Yeah, something, I don't know. Also, I am having a fucking time with these. After doing all those push-ups and now this. Well, I'm trying to get my arms really, really like closer and closer to my hips. And that was the closest I think I've ever gotten, which is damn near on top of my hips. Which is only part of the thing. You need also I need to probably do at least 10 or 20 of those before I'm able to break, and I'm not just 2 or 3. So yeah. Okay, so this is where we kind of get into the I may be making a fool out of myself kind of part of the video. So I seen something a long time ago where like you're using these. I'm not sure if it was on like What the Fit or something, but basically it was like that. You basically gotta take 2 weights and you're trying to get them closer together as you're doing a push-up, and you bring them closer together like that. Except I'm pretty sure you need to do it as you're climbing up, but I'm not sure. But regardless, it basically, especially that plate at the back, which is slipping, it requires you to have your core basically activated so your feet don't slip backwards. But you're also trying to use your shoulders. It's just a mother load of every muscle being used, and it is painful. Like a real painful. That's why I was like, you know what? Let's not. We're not trying to break the body. I'm not a believer in that, but we are trying to advance. So let's keep trying different things. And of course, different variants of push-ups. We just do a push-up, then we tap, and then we do another push-up. Except this one was kind of screwing me because I wasn't balancing enough on my other arm. So yeah, sometimes I'm just like, I fall to the ground really hard because I'm like, oh shit. But that's because I didn't balance on the arm that's on the ground. Okay, anyways. And higher intensity rowing, but we already seen enough of that, so let's skip. Skip. Oh, my back. Oh, God. And I'm surprised. I thought these push-ups would be significantly harder, but they're knuckle push-ups. Now you guys might be like, but Grin, you're cheating by using the wrist straps. I'm not sure if you guys can see them, but basically they're no longer tight. Like, they're super loose, so they're not actually, there's mittens at this point, keeping my hands warm. But no, they're not actually helping me. Again, you guys can see them bending right there. You'll just keep an eye out, I promise. They're not taut. Anyways. But yeah, we're on straight on our knuckles right now doing push-ups. Again, I thought these would be a lot harder. Not that bad. I'm not sure why, but well, probably because we've been punching for a little bit. But yeah, anyways. And on to chin-ups. Now, again, I will, if you guys look at my face, this is not stopped. So I'm just cutting out the dead air, but we are immediately going to rowing, push-ups, this, punching, but anything else. We're trying to keep going. Again, my whole goal is to rip the energy from my body. I want to feel like what it feels like, because I know I can do the strength thing, the sore game. I want to know what it feels like when you have zero energy. Spoiler alert, since this is recorded, or I've done all this basically. I went the whole week and done the whole cardio thing. It sucks. I hate it so much. I'd much rather stay to strength training. But I'm happy I did it, because I was out. I pushed through it and all that. But it was miserable, fucking miserable doing this whole week. It's just not fun. It's like it's basically like, hey, do you want to feel sore and achy? Cool, do strength training. Do you want to feel like you just have no will to do anything and you're just tired all the time, but yet you have strength, but you're still exhausted? It's like the worst. Basically, it's like, do you want to feel pain or exhaustion? Give me pain, I guess. I'm a masochist, but no. Dude, feeling exhausted throughout the whole day sucks. Like, you just have no spark in your body. You just keep burning out your cardio and all that stuff. And I tried eating more, and that didn't help. So I think it is just like this weird finite thing that's just like, when it's gone. And you need to give it enough time to truly recover. But I also was going a bit, probably too much in hindsight. Probably should have chilled out and not just been like, I want to deplete everything I have every single day of this week. And I'm like, all right, well, no wonder you had a bad time. Alright, now it's me trying a brand new push-up. At this point, I've gotten to the point where I'm like, okay, but now what do I do? So now I'm trying to find different ways to deplete myself. Also, despite what it looks like, I don't have a wedgie there. It just looks kind of like, okay, moving on. But right now I'm trying to find myself to be centered, so I'm actually doing this comfortably, not so like my hands and my wrists feel like they're tensing up, because we're not doing this, cleanly. But yes, an inverted push-up, so most of our weight is on our arms, which is what we're going to be doing anyway, so I feel like I should probably do more of these. And eventually, maybe, I'll be able to get to a handstand push-up, which just in general feels awkward. Like, it just doesn't feel like it's supposed to happen, Also, look how beautiful. Oh no. Yuck. And now we're doing the grandma balance one. So we were doing it in the beginning, except now I added weight so that it's a little more, just to change it up the balance so that you're having to remain centered. Man, this depleted me though. This was burning my thighs as well. I feel like I'm not as flexible as I need to be in order to do a squat. So this is also me trying to do that. So I'm trying to make sure I at least go vertical or deeper than that, so that when I do my squat on Wednesday, I don't be a little bitch who goes like as much as we did last time, which was terrible. We didn't go that low that's what you're supposed to do. Even lower than that is what you're supposed to do when you're squatting. But yes, that's what we're doing right now, is we're working on balance as well as to basically work towards doing a proper squat, which demands flexibility as well. But yes, anyways, moving along. Come give Uncle Grin a hug. Sorry, just felt like it looked real weird when I took away the weights, because basically my forearms were just dead, but my legs weren't. So I was like, let's keep going. Yes, and something I haven't worked out in a long time, which is the elbow. So the elbow strike / just hardening my elbow. Which the reason why I stopped is because every now and again I'm like burnt out, and I don't account for it properly, and basically I shred a piece of skin off myself, because if you just miss with your elbow and it glides right across the bag, it'll just rip. Yeah, right there. See, it happened. Happened in this exact clip. I was waiting for it, but yes. So we just did the same thing that we did, but you push through it. It's only like a couple days later when you start having that scab happen. I'm being gross. I'm gonna stop. Okay, goodbye. More just iron bone for the elbow. There we go. And let's just make this a lot quicker. Stomach thing. Don't know what it's called, but I do it. Other stomach thing with actual weight for 3 sets. All of these are 3 sets of insert whatever number I have. I don't care about it. Anyways, boom, and then back and completed. Also, I didn't show you guys a lot of what we did. Like, again, right around the point when I I was doing those punches and kicks, I stopped. And elbow was one as well. I think that one is the last one I did. So there's like 30 minutes of like untouched things that I was doing in the meantime. Again, mostly just pivoting between push-ups, chin-ups, rowing, punching bag, reflex bag, and just trying to deplete energy. Not trying to burn out muscle, to be specific, but just trying to kill energy. Because yeah, that was the goal of this whole thing, this whole week. And yes, my saunter over to the camera, depleted of energy, picking up thing to showcase my gross, disgusting face, full of sweat. And yes, I am as you guys can see, I am just pale. There's no blood in my body, or in my face, at least. Anyways, you really see how red my lips are with my face being that pale. Anyways, anyway. And alas, you guys are back. So, one of the things I wanted to show you was I don't know how this is gonna affect me tomorrow, and all that, because so I have the Apple Watch that I got a long time ago, threw it away or just put it away because I was like, this is not quite my thing, and it's making my wrist burn a little bit, and there's not a lot of utility behind it besides the watch. And I don't like shit on me, like my wrists. I can handle a necklace, but that's about it. Anyways, so I was recently like, okay, well, I'm getting into this exercise thing more so now. I was like, okay, I'm gonna put it on because it has sleep apps, which I just want to see my quality of my sleep. My sleep is terrible. It's like 6 hours when I go to bed for hopefully 10 hours, or 7 hours, sorry. And the quality is below 40, always, and it's terrible. And I don't ever touch REM sleep, which is the most recovery sleep-oriented thing. My brain's scattered. There's no blood in there. What do you want from me? Anyways, I looked, and I have it set for normal, and I overclocked the green 3 times. So you guys can't see because it only overlaps once. But can you guys see that? Can you guys see that? The green bar is full, but what you guys can't probably see is that it's at 80. And I think that means it went, well, I seen it go once, click, twice, click, and then 3 times, and where it is right now, it's over that almost here. So almost 4 circles, complete circles. So I'm like, am I okay? What happened? Did I fuck up a little bit? And they're like, but it makes sense when I told you guys I reached that wall of like boom. And my body is like, we didn't eat enough calories today, dude. We just ate all that shit, and now we're fucked. We're super fucked. So I don't know. Hopefully I'll be okay. I'll just make sure to eat more than less. Thank you so much for your time, ladies and gentlemen. This is it for a while, actually. The whole vlog workout style thing. Hopefully it was fun. Again, maybe in the summer, I'll even open up myself even more and show you guys me doing rope dart and bow staff, and I feel stupid even saying it, but I find them fun and enjoyable, and it's a good form of exercise and movement, or at least that's what I believe. Anyways, thank you so much for your time. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Subscribe button right here. No, videos here. To the video, and a button right here, and my dumb face centered in the middle. Thank you. Goodbye.